Alright, so the reason it may look like I wet myself is because I wet myself with sweat, not pee. Don't get it twisted. Alright, we're gonna do lat pull downs. Just remember, again, I say it all the time, make sure you get a good stretch at the end of the movement. Oh. Okay, so we're moving on to single arm cable rows with the rowing machine. There's been debate on whether or not you should pull with the knee up or with the knee down. Try both out, see what works for you. I've heard both arguments. So, like I said before, everyone's different. All right, last workout for the back, single arm pullovers. I do feel this a lot in my lats. I say this exercise and the single arm lat pull down is where I feel the most lat activation. So for me, that's what's good. For you, try things out, figure it out. All right, so done with back. I did 7 sets in total. 2 sets of the pull downs, 2 sets of the rows, 3 sets of the pullovers. Now I'm going to camp out on this pec deck and do rear delt flies. So I'll see you in the change room. Whenever I'm in a change room and I just touch something and the surface is wet, I feel like I just dipped my hand in piss. You know what I mean? It's gross. Anyways. All right, let's check out the back pump. Whoa. Oh my God. See the lats pop it all from the front. Ooh, look at that belly. All right, I can kind of see like the corner of the mirror. I don't know what's going on. I'm so stupid. Anyways, let's have a chat in the car, shall we? All right, I'm done. Back day. Although I think I'm going back to the gym tonight with my friend, but I'm just gonna kind of be walking him through his workout. Maybe I'll join in a little bit, but I don't want to overstimulate my body. Like, I want to get a good workout in. I already got a good workout in. Going again seems like I'll be doing more harm than good. So if I go, maybe I'll do some cardio before he shows up, and then I'll just do what he does with lightweight, just kind of go through the motions. I'm not, some NBA and like pro athlete or like a D1 athlete. I'm not in high school anymore. I'm not going to go crazy with these 2-a-days. I used to do that earlier this year, and it was so stupid. I thought the more the better. How much you learn in a year, right? So I had somebody ask me the other day, or mention the other day, that their weight kept going up and down quite drastically within a few weeks. But then he mentioned that even though his weight has gone up, he's more hydrated now and he feels better. I can't remember if he said physically or mentally or both, but when I was younger, in high school, this is back in the early 2000s, I started, not only was I bulimic, but I was kind of starving myself. I really wanted to lose weight, so I was bulimic. I would starve myself, so I wouldn't eat for, I'd skip a day of eating without knowing what I was doing, and then when I would eat a whole bunch, and then I would purge. It was unhealthy. I would dehydrate myself so that the scale would be lower. I was kind of tricking myself into thinking I was thinner because the scale said I was thinner. So basically, I was doing everything the wrong way. I was doing everything I could to be thinner, but I was not doing it the right way. So there's a right way and a wrong way for doing things. The right way is have a proper healthy diet. Don't starve yourself. Don't be anorexic. Don't be bulimic. You don't want to lose your teeth. You don't want to have internal problems. The slow and steady wins the race. It truly is a marathon, not a sprint. Over the long run, doing it the right way will improve your life. Doing it the wrong way, you might lose a ton of weight right away, but then you feel like shit and you've done irreparable damage to your body. Okay? So sometimes it's best not to think about the scale. For me, I can now deal with the scale going up and down because I know what's going on in my body. I know how much weight I should be losing and how much my weight should be fluctuating, because it all depends on how much sodium you have, how much water you drank, how much food you ate, whether or not you just ate or not. Granted, you should be weighing yourself at the same time every day to get the most accurate. And by the most accurate, I mean in the morning after you take a dump, you should weigh yourself. And if you don't take a dump, you're probably going to weigh a little more this morning than the previous morning. unless you just don't take a dump at all every morning. But if you have a healthy diet, you probably will routinely poo in the morning. That's one thing I noticed. After I started eating properly, I wasn't having massive diarrhea every single day. It was a joke I heard on Tom Segura talking to his wife on Your Mom's House podcast of like, he has a bit about having explosive diarrhea and him just thinking it's normal to have explosive diarrhea. I had explosive diarrhea almost every day, and I just thought that was life. That's what I mean about you grow numb to this level of insanity. Like, you don't realize how much your body is messed up until you kind of level out and you get to a normal state. So again, I had like explosive diarrhea. It's a little crazy to think. But man, see, there I go. I'm off track again. I already forgot what I was talking about. But yeah, I would have crazy diarrhea. I would almost shit my pants like every day. I was holding back shits all the time. So when you're overweight and when you have a shitty diet, it's scary when you don't know what's wrong, when really it's kind of, you're just living a shitty life. So yeah, if you eat properly, you won't feel like shitting your pants or shit your pants all the time. So yeah, he mentioned about the weight loss. Yeah, so that scale going up and down, it's fine. If you feel good, that matters more than the scale, okay? Your health is number one. Losing that weight, if you are overweight, will feel better if you're doing it the right way. If you're doing it the wrong way, you might be like, oh man, maybe losing all this weight isn't good. I feel like shit. Well, do it right. All right? I know it's hard to hear, but that's the truth. And then you gotta think long term. It's not about how much weight can I lose in a week? How much weight can I lose in a month? It's about the long term, end of the month, end of the year. Maybe you only lost 1 pound. Great. If you lose a pound a month for 12 months, within a year, you're down 12 pounds. 2 years, 24 pounds. Let's say you're 100 pounds overweight. 10 years down the road, you're down 120 pounds. So let's say 8 years down the road, you're down, 96 pounds? Awesome. That's 8 years. Instead of ignoring it and then having the 8 years go by and boom, you're 20, 30, 40 pounds heavier. All right? So it's the little changes that count. Keep your head up. Don't give up. Another thing, this one might be a little long because in my job, I clean chimneys as part of my job. If you think about it, a lot of people who don't know about cleaning chimneys, they don't know they need to be cleaned. So the people that do know are usually the elderly. So I see elderly people all the time, and I deal with elderly people all the time, which means I see the same old people all the time, regulars. And it is really sad to see these people that I've gotten to know over years and years and the state of their bodies. So some of the happiest, in the best physical state, these elderly people that are in the best physical state are the ones who kept their health in check. They maintained a certain level of health. It is easier to maintain a certain level of health than to try and get your health in check the older you get. I wish I did all this when I was younger. It would have been so much easier. I wouldn't have loose skin. I wouldn't have had a stroke. I wouldn't have diabetes. So the earlier you can take control of your life, the better. Don't wait. Start today. Not tomorrow. Start today. Because tomorrow isn't a certain thing. I thought I always had tomorrow, and then I had a stroke. That could have been my last day on earth. Lucky for me, it wasn't. But I had a friend while I had a stroke. Her father also had a stroke, but it was much more serious than mine. And that was eye-opening for me. It was super sad to see. Okay, my best friend lost her dad. Luckily, that didn't happen to me. So yeah, It's never too late until it's too late. Take charge of your life. It's really hard to, and again, there was a client who, a really nice man and his wife. I've been seeing them for 7 years. A few years ago, I found out the wife had dementia. And then now she doesn't even, she's not passed, but she doesn't live with him. He's a shell of the man he used to be. It's super sad to see. So it's not just like physical things, you know? But they say, like, you know, your physical state affects your mental state as well. I'm not saying, oh, if she worked out, she wouldn't have had dementia. But yeah, I'm kind of going off track here. But I'm just saying, it's never too late till it's too late. Start today, not tomorrow. Okay? All right. Back day, done. Tomorrow, arm day for all us meatheads and traps, because I want big Brock Lesnar shoulders. I hope you had a good workout. I hope you did work out. If not, I hope you do work out. I hope you do your cardio, because cardio, whether you're cutting, you're bulking, you're maintaining, whether you work out or not, cardio, just walking, is super good for your health. It's super beneficial in every way. If you can walk, walk. Get your 10,000 steps or whatever. All right? I'll see you tomorrow, guys.